We have on test drive the brand new BYD Tang, a full electric car, family car with 7-seater. I already did a separate video, full review, interior, exterior, multimedia system, technical data, everything about the car. You can find out a static review in a separate video, so definitely check out on the channel. In this video we will drive the car and I will give you the feedback. We are in Europe, that means in Europe, in Germany. By the way, if you want to see the car, if you want to test drive the car, if you want to buy the car, if you're in Germany, around Germany, definitely check out Auto House Ries. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They are super nice, they will help you with everything, and they have here all the new model from BYD. Plus this car, it's a great competitor for Tesla Model X, for example, because it has 7-seater, third row, and it's also having a big battery, great range, and amazing technology. More about that we will talk in a second. I will give you the technical data. Other than that, very nice design, very slick lines. Also, I like the fact that the rims are aerodynamic, so they are kind of close to improve the aerodynamic on the road. And we will see now. I'm really curious to go on the highway today to see how is the sound insulation and how is the ride quality in this BYD Tang. The back end, it's really beautiful. I really like the lines and also these LED tail lights that goes across the back of the car. This is the key, by the way, lock unlock. You can also start the system from here, from this button, if you press it more than 3 seconds. More about that in the review video. Other than that, everything feel super solid. Also the doors sounds really good. They put a lot of quality, a lot of rubbers here and here, and the car feels quite premium, and it has pretty good quality. Now at the entrance, some aluminum plate, BYD writing, normal pedals. The seats are in real leather, animal leather, but it feels really good. It's a little bit stronger in the middle here, but a little bit softer on the side. Plus this car comes with heated seats and ventilated seats, standard, which is great. And also I like the fact that they're pretty bright and you have a very good comfort here. Anyway, let me go inside, because outside are -3 degrees. I'm freezing basically. It's crazy cold. I will leave the key here. It comes also with a card. So the same as Tesla, you have the possibility to unlock the car with the card, but you can unlock it also with your phone. I have my phone right here. You can also charge it wireless right here. You have USB and so on, but more about that, check out the review. Here is the start stop system button, and you just press it, and you have also this beautiful ambient light on the dashboard. It looks really nice. Let me put the seat belt. It comes also with a head-up display, standard, directly on the windshield. It looks really good colors, good resolution, perfectly positioned right there. Also the seats, to be honest, they are really comfy. They are bright, they are nice, they have side support, they are heated and ventilated. Also, I wanna go to the climatic system. The climatic system control stay always down here on the screen, which is great. You can set the temperature, you can go to ventilation and heating. We have heated steering wheel, which is amazing. I need this because I'm freezing in the winter. That will use more energy, so the consumption will be higher. We will check also the consumption in the end. And here we have ventilated seats or heated seat 2 position. Here is the ventilation and here are the heated seats. So I will use the heating for myself on level 1, and also it comes with this amazing filtration, the same as you have on Tesla Model X and also Y, which is great. It shows you the quality of the air outside and inside, and you can kind of purify the interior, which is great. Now I want to go to the setting to set up the settings before we start driving. We go here to the driving. Here we have all the safety features, turn on. That's great because I want to test it and I want to show you how it works. Go to energy, iTac activated. This is a great feature. For example, if you go on like today, like in winter, you know, it's winter, it's slippery, this will add extra traction. It will kind of send the torque and the power between the front and rear axle in order to give you the best stability. So it's a great add-on. Regenerative brake, I will leave it on standard, but I will switch it a little bit later. Range display on dynamic. Then we have charge discharge, energy consumption. We will reset the energy consumption from here, clear the graphics so we can see what kind of numbers we can get. Also we can clear those data here, so then in the end we can check out, and then we go to vehicle. This is the suspension, how you want to have it on sport or comfort. We will test both. I will leave it on comfort first, then the steering wheel, sport on comfort, we'll leave it on comfort, brake assist comfort, comfort parking, lights, and that's all, I think. Yes, head-up display, I think this is everything. We will start with those. I will leave this open here because we will switch it from time to time. And regenerative brake, we will go a little bit later here to change the regenerative brake. And the different driving modes, you can also switch it from here. From here, you can switch how much, you can switch between high and standard, the regenerative mode, so you don't have to go into the menu. So that means I will leave it here with the suspension, because this one you have to go into the menu, but this one we can switch from here. I will leave it on standard first. Here you change different driving mode. Here you have the traction control, you can press it. You have auto hold function, climatic system, shortcuts, parking sensors and blind spot. And here we have different driving modes, eco, sport and normal. We will start first on eco mode. We have 44% battery, 209 kilometer range still. It's pretty good. And what else? It's important for me. Let me go to menu and then go to navigation, and right here on the navigation you can see, by the way, the navigation also on the screen right there in the front. We can leave it on full and you have the full navigation on the screen. I want to go by the way, now it's good. If we switch off this one, you can have on daytime the screens, and I want to go to the screen. Let me go to the screen. Where is this? Lights, no lights, system, display here, and auto. No, it's light, because today it's day, so it should switch to light. I want to have it like that. I want to go to navigation, and here on the navigation I want to drive a little bit on the highway, but also we can go also in some areas, rural areas, so we can have a little bit of both. So let me see, this is the highway around here, so I need to go somewhere. Let me check, let me think. I don't know the area, guys, around here, so it's kind of hard to do also those test drives when you don't know for sure the area. So I have to find a nice place where we can drive, but in the same time, let me see until here how long it is. 22 minutes. Okay, let's do that. But I want to go somehow on the highway, but not too much on the highway. I don't think it's a good idea, that. I don't know, let's try to do that. 22 minutes, 27 minutes, and then so, okay, let's do that. And let's see in the end. Look at the head-up display. It shows you also the directions, like on the navigation. It's pretty cool. But before that, let me give you some technical data about the car. So important, only one version in Europe, only electric version in China. They offer also internal combustion engine on this platform, so they kind of share this platform. The battery capacity, 108.8 kilowatt hour battery. It's an LFP battery. Is the BYD Blade battery, one of the most advanced technology when it comes to battery. It's able to go up to 5,000 life cycles, charge and discharge. So from the point of view of reliability, safety, this is one of the most safe battery. This is one of the most reliable battery in time that lasts the longest. So that says a lot about the car. This is a big reason why you should buy a BYD or this BYD Tang. The range of the car, it's 530 kilometer, but in the city it can go up to 681 kilometer. BYD claim that. The consumption, 24 kilowatt hour. The charging speed, 170 kilowatt in DC and 11 kilowatt in AC. Pretty fast for an LFP battery. Power, 510 horsepower, 700 newton meters, 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds. 190 kilometer is the top speed of the car. It's limited there. And the weight of the car, 2,630 kilograms. We will see with such a heavy SUV how good it stay on the roads. I'm really curious. And the turning circle, 11.8 meters. Ground clearance, 15 centimeters. Price, 75,000 is the starting price here in Germany. And the warranty, 6 year or 150,000 kilometers for the body and electronics. And for the battery, 8 year or 200,000 kilometers. It comes with independent Type McPherson suspension on the front and independent multi-link on the rear. The other technical data and information you can find out, of course, in the full review video. Now let's drive. Here is the stalk to change They select the gears, you press it. If you go in front, you have the cameras, the 360 degrees camera, and it has an amazing 360 degrees camera, so you can see what happened around the car. But you can go also in a 3D mode, so you can see what it's around the car. One of the best 360 degrees camera out there from my point of view. Let's go in drive and let's drive it. First of all, I told you we are in eco mode, standard recuperation, so let's see how it's on the road. Let's drive it. And also it's so useful, this camera here. I really love it. Also, when you turn the signal right or left, look at this, you can see the left camera or the right camera, and look how cool and how clear it shows you around it. So it's really useful. I mean, for such a big SUV, you can miss the parking spot, you can't scratch the car, and it has also parking sensors and all that stuff. So yeah,
here turn right.
Okay, I don't know why I have this warning. Why is this warning?
In 300 meters turn right and then turn left.
I received this warning and I'm not sure why. Anyway, I like very much the navigation system because it's very clear. The screen is clear, it's big, and it's simple to understand. Also, the software of the car is simple to understand. First impression, like right now we have on standard recuperation. That means you accelerate, you release the acceleration pedal, and you can see the car, it's basically still running, so it's not as strong. This is great when you go on the highway, when you go at high speeds, when you don't brake as often. So this is the way you should have it on standard, and then you release it, and then you can see the car is just still rolling, but some recuperation, like around 10%. If we switch to high, let's go to high, now we are on high, and if you accelerate and then release the acceleration,
right,
it's much more stronger, the recuperation. You can definitely feel that, and it's much more useful in the city or when you brake often. Now again, something to keep in mind, it doesn't have one pedal drive, so even if you release the acceleration, it's much more stronger, but it's not going to completely stop. So that's something to keep in mind. You can see it's kind of brake, but it's not going to a stop. It doesn't have one pedal drive like Tesla have, for example. So this is something that probably in the future I wish to see also on BYD. Other than that, everything else seems to be pretty cool, but it's something that Tesla doesn't have and this car have. It is I know what it is. I think it's the speed probably. Another thing that Tesla doesn't have and this one have is the fact that when you put it on standard, this car, it's able to roll more. On Tesla you have only one type of regenerative brake, and that's super strong. So sometimes you want to have the car rolling and not losing that energy through the friction. So from this point of view, you know, it's plus and minus. But overall, first impression, great comfort, great visibility from up here. I have very good visibility from upper side. Also, suspension seems to be quite nice over the bumps here. It's a nice, pleasant ride. Also, the sound insulation in the city at low speed seems to be very good. So you have double glass, by the way, on the side, which is great. You can also switch from here. You have two buttons. This button, you can activate the cameras if you want to see the cameras while you're driving. No matter what speed you have, you can see the camera, something that not many cars offer you, and there are a few cars, only I think Tesla and I don't know other car manufacturer, that offer you the chance that to drive the car and at the same time to have the options to see the cameras, and it's very useful most of the time. The camera resolution, it's very good, and because you have this big screen, you have a fantastic view there. And the second button here on the steering wheel, it's for turning the screen. Look at this. You can turn around the screen vertically or horizontally, the way you want it. I find it much more interesting like that. You can also split the screen. You have so many options to do it, and it's so cool, man. I mean, this car, it's so complex. It has so many cool features and also useful features. The The steering wheel, it's heated everywhere, up, down, everywhere, which is great, and it's already warm and nice. Also the seats are also warm and nice, and they are pretty bright. You have a very good comfort on them, which I like very much. Other than that, the pedals feel good quality. It feels stable, the car. It doesn't feel heavy, to be honest. I was expect to feel a little bit heavier. It's all-wheel drive, of course, and yeah, usually electric cars have plenty of power to keep the pace with the weight, but it feels good. It feels light. It feels easy to drive. Also, the steering wheel, it's on comfort, so it's relatively soft and easy to turn.
The right lane.
But we can switch also
keep right.
those different modes. We can switch back the screen in horizontal mode. We have these warnings, which I think they are from, I'm not sure from what they are, all those warnings, but it's also easy. We see we drive in the city right now. It's kind of easy, light, easy to go around, easy to take the curves, the corners, and that's pretty important. Now you can go here to the vehicle, and then we can go to vehicle, and we have the suspension on comfort, steering on comfort, and the brake assist on comfort as well. So that's pretty good. You can see there we have the speed cameras. And you can also definitely, if you want to switch this, you can definitely split the screen in two. If you press this button, the screen will be split, but not here in the application. You have to go back into the menu, and then you can split it out. So we go around the city here. You can also change this wallpaper if you want to have a winter view wallpaper. I like it. I until now I like the car. Now go here, go to navigation, back to navigation. Until now, I have to tell you that I definitely feel comfortable. It feels well built. It feels solid. If we go to vehicle, and if we go to ADAS and all these safety features which are beeping a lot, we can kind of switch to prevention. No, both vibration. Which one? Traffic sign recognition. Not sure exactly which of those it's beeping like that, but I will get around it fast. I like the fact that on this Tang you can have the map on the screen, so you have on the digital cockpit the full map, and you have the directions, and in the same time you can also switch between different settings and driving modes, which is very good. It's super cold outside, -3 degrees, so when we check the consumption in the end, we have to take this into consideration. Usually at -degrees, electric cars tend to perform worser. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I was expecting a little bit to feel a little bit heavier, but it's not in the beginning. Also, I want to go on the highway, and I hope we can go on the highway a little bit. I don't know perfectly the roads around here, so I just try to catch one area, but I want to test it also at higher speeds, and we can go out of the city, and then we can catch some. But now I have on high the recuperation mode, so that means if I accelerate and then you release the acceleration, the car will regenerate the energy. And I think this high, it's perfect for me. I think I will use most of the time on high. Maybe when I go on the highway at high speeds I will use the standard, but other than that it feels quite good. Now if I put the suspension on sport mode, let's see, now it should change a little bit. Yes, let's see, over the bumps it feels a little bit stiffer. Yes, indeed, it becomes a little bit stiffer. So I can feel that the reaction is different. Slightly, yeah, it's slightly different. I can feel that even when you go over big bumps. Let's see again. Yes, and then put it on comfort again. Let's see the difference. You can feel the difference. You can feel the difference. And then if you put the steering on sport mode, becomes also a little bit harder, stiffer, so you can feel that. It's still assisted, but it's a little bit harder. And we can switch the driving mode. Let's go to sport mode. I put it in sport mode right now, and we have everything on sport, and probably we will go out of the city so we can drive a little bit faster. Also we can switch the screen in vertical mode, and you have also those menu in a different way, which is cool, and it's much more easier to go in different settings from here. You press this button and then go to navigation, and then the navigation seems to look a little bit better in vertical mode. I think it looks better. I will definitely like, if I have to focus on navigation, I will leave the screen in vertical mode. I think I can see more, but if I have to go into the menu to go to the different settings, I think it's easier in horizontal mode. So yeah, now depend on how you will use that. But yeah, it seems to be silent, pleasant inside here. A lot of good quality materials, leather almost everywhere, and soft materials on the dashboard. Also the steering wheel, it's in leather. You have a great grip, great size, good visibility to the steering wheel, and also it's electric adjustable, by the way, the steering wheel. The head-up display, it's perfectly positioned, and it has a very, very good graphic. You can also switch it off if you don't like it, or if it bother you, but it's very clear. What I like, it's the fact that it's very, very clear. You can see plenty of information. Of course, if you don't like the map in the middle there, you can definitely switch the map, and you can see the driver information. For example, until now we have 13.8 kilowatt hour consumption, but you can see also the tire pressure and the energy flow that shows you what happened with the energy in real time. And you can see also the information left and right, like the speed and the consumption of the energy, so when you use it or when you recuperate, you know. So here, if you accelerate a little bit stronger, it feels nice. Also the grip seems to be good. It stays pretty good on curves and pretty comfortable. I like that. So it feels pretty comfy. That's good. That's good. I like it. So even though the suspension now it's on sport mode, surprisingly it still feels pretty comfortable. So it's not, yeah, the suspension is still a little bit stiffer, but over the bumps it feels still comfortable and nice. Also the steering wheel, even though it's in sport mode, it still feels a little bit assisted. So I feel like on Tesla it's a little bit stiffer, at least on Model Y, a little bit harder, but I like that. I like the way it is, and it's set up pretty well. I like the fact that you don't have too much rolling. That's good. It doesn't feel like a boat, and I was expecting such a big heavy car to feel a little bit like a boat, but it's not. So the setup of the suspension, it's quite good, and I noticed that also on other versions, other models. It's nice. It's definitely pleasant to drive. It's focused. I can say it's focused on comfort. It's a little bit more on comfort focused, but you have some dynamics and some sporty feeling added to it. I wanna try it a little bit more, of course, to understand it a little bit better. But still, yeah. Yeah, it's quite good. I didn't expect to be that good setup on the suspension. I was expecting to be a little bit more like a boat because it's also heavy, but no, it's good setup. Probably we have to go on another route. I want to go on the highway. I don't know where is the highway, because here I was thinking this is the highway, but it is not. So I want to go somehow. Probably here we won't have highway, but we will have some roads. Maybe when you go left, a little bit more fun to drive, to accelerate a little bit more. Ooh. Wow, it's also fun. It's pretty quick. Of course, it's all-wheel drive, so it's punch you back in the seats in a nice manner, in a nice comfortable manner. But definitely the setup of the car, even though you have it in sport mode and you have everything in sport, it feels still comfortable. And if we switch back to, let's go back here, if we switch back to the comfort, let me go to comfort, and then you have also the suspension on comfort. Now, yes, now it's much more softer. You see the steering wheel, it's much more softer, and the suspension are softer, and it feels a little bit different. Now it feels just a little bit like a boat, but it's normal. Man, I like it. I like the way they set it up. But on curves it stays good. Doesn't feel understeer, at least at those kind of speeds. It's pretty cold outside. It's quite minus degrees, so the wipers are a little bit freezing as well. But now, man, but it sits so well. The chassis control, it's good. It's really good. It's a little bit soft, but it's good. Now it's so pleasant. It's so pleasant to drive it. Yeah, it's definitely set up to be comfortable. I think I will like to drive on sport mode a little bit more. I think sport mode will fit better for me, and also the suspensions and also the steering wheel. It's like a little bit more direct to the wheels, and I feel like I have a little bit more control to the car. Where on comfort, I feel like it's a little bit softer and assisted. So I will definitely prefer these settings like that. You can go back to navigation here. It's pretty sunny today. You can see the car comes with a lot of safety features. I want to show you also the cruise control and autopilot as well. And we can see if we can test it around here somewhere. And we can switch also the view in the front there. Let's go to navigation. Theme, you can change the theme as well. But let's go on the navigation. Where is it? Not off, full. Okay, now it's good. I like that. I like the fact that we can see the navigation in the middle. Also, we can switch the screen horizontally. Now, guys, here on the left side, you have some buttons to activate the lane assist and also
ACC
the
activated.
cruise control. You can hear that. And you can activate the adaptive cruise control, the lane assist, and you can switch it from here. You can set it up so the car will kind of keep between the lanes. You can set the speed, and also yeah, you can choose the distance between you and the car in front. And when the car it sees the lanes, then it stay between the lanes, accelerate, brake, keep the distance, like a proper autopilot. Oh, you can see definitely the mountains around there. They look so beautiful. They look kind of gorgeous.
ICC activated.
So right now I activate it. So you press this button, you choose the speed, and right now the car it's basically keep between the lanes, accelerate, brake, keep the distance between the car in front. And where the lanes are visible, usually this system is great on the highway. The car will stay between the lanes, accelerate, brake, keep the distance. I tested also on other models from them, and it works pretty good on the highway. It's really good, but on those kind of small streets, and also here where the sun it's kind of reflecting on the ground, it's a little bit complicated to see the lanes. But it's doing fine when the weather is clear. But here they have to work a little bit more. I think Tesla do a better job when it comes to those autopilot systems and automated systems like Autopilot. So yeah, but it's fine. I mean, on the highway it works really good. It's a great add-on in traffic, so you can see right now. And also I noticed that at low speed it's doing fantastic. At higher speeds it's kind of struggling a little bit. So you can see right now it's doing fine. I will have the hands here for the safety, but right now it's doing basically automatic. This curve and also this curve here, it's kind of hard because it's kind of reflecting from the ground, but right now it's doing the job itself. Look at this, and now it's kind of struggling. It goes too hard on the left side, but overall on the highway, straight line, small areas or small curves is doing really good. And you can see right now it's doing fine here. So yeah, overall the Autopilot is doing great. I tested also on other models. I'm really curious to test it on the new Sea Lion 7 to see if it's the same or it's more improved. But here it's great, but they can still improve in the future when it comes to Autopilot. On the highway, clear lines, traffic is doing fantastic. Anyway, let me take the control. Let me take the control and let's drive it a little bit. Here we can go up to 80 km/h. When it comes to sound insulation and comfort, it's perfect. You feel like you're driving much more slower than 80 km/h. Here we have 100. We can accelerate. Whoa. And now at 100, 107, you hear a little bit of wind from outside, but nothing serious. 120. Wow, it sits so well, man. The stability of the car, even at those high speeds, it's lovely. You don't hear too much wind or noise from outside, just slightly, but it sits so well. So at those kind of speed, definitely I will use the sporty settings. But man, I tell you, it's doing really well. Go back to 80 here and 60, and now the car is just released the acceleration, is recuperating the energy back into the battery. The regenerative brake is not as powerful as the Tesla. The Tesla have super powerful regenerative brake. This one, it's kind of, I guess, 10% less even on high level, but that's somehow good because you don't lose too much energy to friction. And sometimes it's annoying to drive Tesla when it's so harsh, the recuperation, and sometimes you want to have it a little bit loose, like here. And yeah, now depending on you, depending on what do you prefer, but it's also pretty fine. Overall, I think it's both of them, they are good options now, depending on personal preference. But yeah, the car feels solid, definitely feel pretty solid. Now here we can accelerate up to 100 km/h again. Very, very good, very comfortable car. It's set up to be comfortable, it's set up to give you that comfort, but in the same time you have plenty of power, so you feel somehow that it's a heavy big car, but in the same time it feels light and agile in the city. But oh boy, it sits so well at high speed. I don't know, I feel like I'm driving a huge American car. It gives you that great comfort of driving I don't know, Lincoln Navigator, something like that. I have that feeling of safety, of comfort, so you don't feel too many vibrations on the seats. It feels very, I think it's a fantastic cruiser for long distances. I think will be amazing on long distances. Also, what I want to try, for example, if you want to accelerate from 80, look at this, accelerate to 100, oh, it pushes you back in the seats. So it's pretty quick, even though it's big and heavy. It's pretty quick. It sits well on the curves, but it's somehow set up to give you comfort, to not lean too much. It doesn't lean too much in the corners, and that's great if you want to have comfort. It's not super sporty, you don't have that sporty feeling, but it's leaning as less as possible. So yeah, it's not, it gives you perfect comfort on the seat, so you don't feel like leaning around. So that's important. It doesn't feel like a boat, and that means they set up the chassis and suspension fantastic.
In 500 meters, turn right.
They did a very good job with the car. And again, recuperate, release, and
take the right lane.
To be honest, the people that will buy this car, they will buy it for families, right?
Here, turn right.
So if you buy it for the family, you want to have as much comfort as possible. If you want to have some fun with the car, you should go with BYD Seal, for example, which is fantastic. It's so nice set up to be sporty and fun. Now I think we go on the highway a little bit, but this one, look at this in the curves. Boy, it stays so good. Doesn't lean, doesn't feel like a boat. It feels so stable. Now we go on the highway a little bit. Well, we have like 100 here. We can go up to 100. And again, here, if you set up the lane assist and the cruise control on the highway, you see it's doing just perfectly. The car is doing amazing here on these type of conditions. So look at this, where the lanes are visible, they are clear, they are big. The car is doing fantastic. It's doing perfect. Look at this, lovely. Also in the nighttime, you can see here the ambient light. It warns you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel. In the night, the screen will dim down a little bit. The headlights will turn on. You have LED adaptive headlamps. Here we have no speed limit. That means I will take the control and try to accelerate a little bit. Oh boy, that's nice. And we can go a little bit to 130. Wow, 140. We are in Germany, we are allowed to do that. 150, and it sits so good on the road at this type of speeds, man. Fantastic. I'm so surprised. And even in the winter, even with winter tires, you don't hear too much noise from outside. Even from the tires, not too much noise. Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah, it's really good cruiser, man. It's really good cruiser. And I think if we change also the settings, if we go to, let's say, to comfort, suspension comfort, steering comfort, and let's see now, let's try it now. Where is the navigation? It's here. So let's see now, we are in comfort. Now should be perfect for long trips, high speed, like highway. Probably I will keep the steering on sport mode at high speeds, but oh boy, with this suspension on comfort now, oh, it feels so good. Now you hear some noise at 150, but stability, and you hear some wind from outside. But the car, it sits so well on the road. Lovely, lovely, man. Very, very, very lovely. Great visibility, fantastic comfort on those seats. A lot of tech around here. You can switch the screen back. And again, high speeds, no problem. And of course, if we activate autopilot, I'm not going to do that on here, but if I go right, just like that, I can also set up the autopilot, and then once you press it, it will set up, activate, and now the car will keep between the lanes, accelerate. You can activate also the camera so you can see what happened around the car, and the car will drive itself right now. Practically will do the job for you. Look at this. Really nice. You can set up and adjust the seats in every position you want. You can also rotate the screen, and if you rotate it, the cameras will look a little bit different. So you can see the front, but you can see also the rear camera, just like that. How cool is that? And in the front you can see what happened, the lane assist. You can see the car, can see also the cars around you. You can see right there the blind spot view monitoring. It has so many safety features. I tell you, on the small roads probably they have to still work, but on the highway it works extremely good. So it's perfect. I mean, to take off your stress, traffic jams, is doing really good. So yeah, those systems these days, they improve a lot. So yeah, it's not as good as the Tesla one, so you can see it's a little bit confused because of that line on the middle, but it's pretty good. It's pretty close, I would say. So I'm happy that we have the chance to go a little bit on the highway, and I'm happy that we get also in the city the chance to drive it. So I was lucky somehow with this.
In 1 kilometer, exit to the slight right.
I was somehow lucky with this trip that we get. So it's still driving itself right now. Good visibility also in this mirror. Here you have a big window in the back, huge mirrors on the side, big windows. Here it's a radar that read your face. If you're tired or something like that, it will kind of warn you. And yeah, that's it. We will go out here off the highway. But in general, pretty solid car, pretty stable, solid, good material quality. I love the fact that we have physical button, easy to change different settings.
Exit to the slight right.
I just take the control now of the car. Easy to understand it, easy to drive it, pretty light, but I like, you know, it's heavy, but in the same time it's light to drive. You can see the steering, it's pretty assisted. It feels easy to go around, even though it's pretty heavy, and that's quite important when you go in the city. What I would like to see on the car, I will love to see a one pedal drive. That will be amazing, to be able to go to a stop, but
now turn right.
It's more than fine the way it is.
Roundabout at the second exit.
But other than that, everything else work super fine. Probably the next facelift we will see probably one pedal drive. Probably we will see a better improve aerodynamic, improve autopilot. Aerodynamic, it's quite good, so
now
it's very good. I'm surprised that's much better than most of the European cars. So many things on the car are better than many European cars. And yeah, BYD, it's a solid company with many years of experience. And when we keep in mind that we have this BYD LFP blade battery with 5,000 life cycles, that says a lot about the car. This battery should normally last over 20 years, so that's incredible. That's translating around 500,000, 1 million kilometers for LFP battery, so that should be for the most of the cases. So yeah, and brakes are also pretty fine, so brakes are good. You have also 4 pistons in the front, ventilated cross-drilled brake disc on the front and ventilated brake disc on the rear, so very solid brake system. Now the thing that I didn't test on the car is the acceleration, which is quite quick. It pushes you back in the seats. It's not crazy quick because it's quite heavy, but it's definitely pretty quick. So if we kind of slow down and accelerate, it's push you back in the seats pretty strong. So quite fun to drive. So
Leave the roundabout at the second exit.
and even in the winter with winter tires, it's pretty silent. Don't hear too much noise from the road. It's very clear, the navigation, it's extremely clear. I like the fact that you can miss the exit. It shows you very, you understand it very well in comparison with other cars where sometimes you're confusing. This one, it works
Now turn right.
perfect. So here we should go around this area, this city. I try to find a place where we can do some acceleration 0 to 100 in sport mode to see how the car will handle. Probably we go out of this city here, which we have to drive 50. You see also over those bumps here, it feels extremely nice. The quality of the suspensions, it's good. It's pretty good, pretty comfy. Now you would expect for such a big family car to have great suspensions and good comfort. Now here we go out of the city, but we can do the acceleration because it's other car behind me, so I don't want to bother the other traffic participants, but we can definitely try a little bit more ahead, probably after the next city, or probably we can turn around here somewhere and then try on this straight line. I think this will be perfect, you know, turn around. Yeah, probably we should turn around here. I should go here on this street, turn around, and then try some acceleration on that road. So it's perfect here because we have also
Here, turn slide left.
this shop. We go to this shop, man, and look at this. Look how easy it is to go around here. It's easy to turn. The turning circle seems to be good. I like that. And let's see if we can turn around this car in a small space like this. Let's see how it's handling here. So I can activate also the cameras. If I need the cameras, where are they? Here. I can activate the cameras, right? And you can see the camera, and you can see here. Let's see if we can turn around in this place here. And the good part is that because of the camera, you can see if you hit down there and you not hit it. Wow. So you can turn it. You can see I turn it in small space without any problem. You can see also in a 3-dimensional view. If you like that, look at this, how cool it is, like a computer game. What? I can drive only looking in the cameras and then turn the signal left and right. You can see it clear. Of course, Tesla have also this feature to see it left and right, but the cameras are so the screen is so small and you don't see it so clear. Here, because it's so big, it looks extremely real, and I'm super impressed on how real and clear you can see those informations on the screen. So yeah, many cool stuff. And you can see, when you see the camera, you can see also if you hit the edge of the curves, you know, you have this curve here, stone or concrete curves. Extremely nice. I want to deactivate this, okay? and then we can deactivate also this navigation. And I hope I can try this acceleration. I don't want to have cars behind me, so I kind of wait for everybody to pass, and then now is nobody coming, so we can try an acceleration. I hope nobody come behind, so we can definitely test the acceleration here. And we have kind of 100, is nobody behind. Oof, lucky us. So we kind of slow down here to a stop, and now, ooh, it's winter. Ooh, it's gripping well. And 100. Wow, it's quick, it's fast. It's not super fast, it doesn't push you too hard. It's struggling a little bit to grip because it's winter. It's minus 2 degrees outside, and it's a little bit icy on the road, but overall, once it's grip pretty fine, and it gives you that super punchy nice speed. So pretty cool. It's not a super sporty car, don't expect to be super sporty car, but it's a fantastic family comfortable car with pretty dynamic performance, pretty good dynamic performance. Let's kind of park around here, or maybe let me go a little bit more. You can see right now, so cool when you turn the signal at low speed to show you that cameras. It's so useful, man. I wish I had this on the car. So let's see, let's try to park around here, right? Let's try to park the car here with the back. So if we go here, press the button, put it in reverse, easy as that. And you can see they're so clear, and you can change also the cameras. If you don't like it like that, you can definitely change to see it in different views. I don't know, there, yeah, it's fine. And you can definitely park it around here just like that. So clear, so easy. You have sensors, real parking sensors. It's just perfect, just like that. And if you go close to some objects, you can see it shows you how many centimeters are until the object, something that Tesla doesn't show you because they take out the parking sensors and they are not able to show you this anymore. So that's sad. I wish I have this kind of information on it. Now what is important, it's the consumption. Let me show you, where is it? I want to see the, wait a second, here, where is it? This one, 26.2. yeah, and we accelerate. It's winter, like minus 2 degrees. It's understandable. Man, I like it. I like the car. Fantastic family car, third row family seater, one of the best on the market. Electric, when it comes to the battery, it's one of the best battery, one of the most safe battery. They also test it, I explained that in the review video. It's one of the safest battery, it's one of the long-lasting battery, and it's with a good price. So Model X, it's over 100,000 euro. This one starts at 75,000 euro in Europe. It has good extended warranty, which is great. I definitely recommend you to go and see the car, and definitely if you are in Germany, around Germany, check out Autohaus Ries. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They are super nice, they will help you with everything. And yeah, guys, BYD, solid company. BYD Tang, solid car. That feels quite premium. I like it. A lot of great technology, very nice setup. There are a few things. I wish to have one pedal drive and Autopilot more improved in the next versions, but other than that, it's still fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, stay safe, and see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.